Hey, g'day y'all! Welcome back to Long Live Rock, where we bring new classic style rock and roll to the masses and with me, lad from the woods. Well, today we got a fun one because I love them. Everybody I know loves them. I don't know. There's not many people that hate them. The legendary, the one and only ACDC. And of course, the last album came out, I don't know, a year ago or a little while, maybe a little bit longer. And of course, the album was the best thing they'd put out in years. Considering we lost Brian Johnson with his ear problems and everything. And yeah, I thought this was never going to happen again. And of course, he talked to Neil Young and Pete Townsend, who also had the ear issues. And they were able to get him fixed up. And after some rest and stuff, Brian is back. And he's back in a big way. Anyways, this is the first song I listened to off the album. It's called, I'm going to say High Voltage. I don't know why that's in my head. That's one of their classic albums. Power Out. I'm just checking to see when this premiered. Oh, I guess that was last winter, because I played it. I know I played this entire album, I don't know, must have been 20 times when I went camping at Lake Huron back in August. I mean, that's in one of my... you know, ACDC. And I'll talk about Phil Rudd, because he's back in the band, and Phil Rudd is one of my favorite all-time drummers of forever. And people go, huh? Like, you know, he's just beats, and, you know, you complain about people not using toms and everything. It's not, his timing is unlike anybody else. And ACDC only sounds right when he's playing. If you tried to do a Keith Moon or Bonham thing with ACDC, it would just be a fucking mess. Like Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr was an excellent timekeeper, Charlie Watts, but Phil had the timing and that style, you know, that downbeat on the bass, boom, boom, boom. But his sound was unique. And to this day, I mean, he's on the new album. He's playing on it. Now, nothing against Chris Slade. He was a great drummer for, what did you get when Phil was out of the band? But he's just not the same as Phil. And I remember when I was young, you know, first listening to AC/DC, and I was like, fuck, this is boring drumming. You know, I was like 13, 14, 15, whatever. And then Back in Black came out. And that's when I started to appreciate, okay, I see what's going on here. And then over the years, it's just become like Phil Rudd, like is probably in my, yeah, he's definitely in my top 10 drummers. No, is he Bonham or Keith Moon or Baker? No, he's Phil Rudd. Okay, the song is called Realize. Let's rock. Oh no, 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 no. Hey, we're back. We're still doing the AC/DC Realize. You guys won't really see it. I'm just going to do a transition because I didn't think the audio input capture was working, because now the little thing that does all the little lights there is not working. I have no idea, but it's working. And I had to check the other thing. Anyways, so yeah, crisis averted. Let's get to this, okay? Because this is really like, this should be put in AC/DC's one of their greatest albums. And by the way, some of these riffs for these tunes came from Malcolm before he passed. So it's AC/DC. Well, there you go. That's the first one we've done off the latest ACDC album. I'm bummed because I was hoping they were going to tour on this, but then COVID, of course, interrupted everything. But if they do plan on touring, they usually come to Ottawa, close where I live, Canada's capital. And, I'll be there. Oh, yeah. It's like, you got to get to, like, the Stones is on tour. Like, you might well see them because who knows what's going to happen next, and we're losing guys. And, we already lost Malcolm, and we lost Charlie Watts. Bon Scott originally back in 78 or 79 is when he passed. The original singer for ACDC, one of the greatest. And ACDC, one of the greatest bands. They're definitely in my top 10, if not in my top 5. It varies. But, I have every single ACDC song ever put out in my Spotify. I should just have a separate, playlist of just ACDC, because when I used to drink, I could listen to every ACDC song without listening to another band, and a lot of the guys I were partying with is just like, who cares? This is an ACDC, man. So, and of course after Hell's Bells and came on the radio for the first time, it just everybody kind of went, and that was like 1980 it was 1980. Hell's Bells, Back in Black, and that was the big comeback because they, the new singer, nobody knew how it was going to go or anything. Well. As soon as you hit that first track on their album, you're like, oh yeah. And then you hear things like Give Me a Dog, and then Hell's Bells, and so on. That's still one of the biggest even if I don't get back to you, I read them. It's just sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends. I've got a lot going on here right now with the well and having trouble with carpenters not showing up and stuff. And winter's coming, and winter's coming. Game of Thrones. But I mean, things are starting to rock and roll. Ice fishing. My friend just got a hold of me. The ice is 5 inches thick on our walleye lake, and then our brook trout lake, the ice is somewhere close to 7 inches, so it's time to get going ice fishing. That means I'll be filming for Fishing Camp Life, which I think I'm just going to call it Lad from the Woods, and get rid of the fishing camp thing completely. I'll say Lad from the Woods at his fishing camp or something. It's just too many channels, so I'm going to put those in together. So, but yeah, I'll be doing some filming for that, and I'll be filming the guys working here if they ever show up. They won't be showing up tonight or tomorrow, I don't think. That's pretty much a bet. We've got a bad storm coming in. Anyways, I hope everybody's good out there, and I hope everybody's safe. Peace, long life, live long and prosper, and peace and far out, and long live rock. And remember, be good. If you can't be good at being bad. See ya.